Hey Bobcats. So we're going to continue to multiply and divide integers, but now we're going to incorporate them into word problems. But before we do that, I want us to review our number lines. Okay, so which multiplication problem is being modeled below? Again, our hops means same thing as groups. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different groups. Each group contains -2. -2. 1, 2. -1, -2. So each contains -2. So, which means that a +5 times a -2 gives us a -10. And we can confirm that with our number line here. Okay, so we can also model it a different way. So we can model it. So I can have, here I have 2 groups. Okay, each group contains -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Each group contains -5. Again, a +2 times a -5 equals -10. Just like above, I can confirm using my number line. Even though they look different, they are essentially the same thing. Okay, now let's move into our word problems. A dolphin dives from the surface of the water at a rate of 3 feet per second. Where will the dolphin be in relation to the surface after 5 seconds? Okay, so he dives from the surface. So if this is the surface, he's diving down. So this is going to be negative. So -3 feet per second. Okay, so we want to know where is he going to be after the 5 seconds. Well, -3 times a -3 times a +5 gives me a -15. Again, I can draw my tic-tac-toe. Positives across. Negatives, 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 negatives. Just fill in with the negatives. -3 times a positive is going to give me a negative answer. And we can confirm. And yes, indeed, the answer is -15. Now it's your turn to practice. Over 5 years, the number of registered beagles declined by 4,525. The decline in numbers was the same each year. How much was the decline per year? I'm going to underline my question. How much was the decline per year? Okay, the number of registered declines. The word decline. What does the word decline mean? Is it a positive or is it a negative? Yes, decline means negative. So it's declining by 4,525. Okay, it was the same each year. So it's over the 5 years. So this is a division problem, and we're going to go ahead and divide this. 4,525. Alright, so make sure your answer matches my answer, and make sure that you have your work shown on your paper. Also, make sure that you have written your answer statement. Okay, so which model best represents 3 times -3? Remember, if there's nothing inside, it means multiplication. Okay, so white is positive, black is negative. So I need 3 groups. 3 groups of -3 in each. Okay, so where do I see 3 groups of negative 3's in each. Okay, these are all positive, so this is 3 times positive 3. This is not even a multiplication representation. So it cannot be B. It cannot be C. So I can clearly see that my answer is D. 3 groups of negative 3 in each. Very good, guys. Which expression best represents the model? Alright, so here I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I have a total of 10. It's being split into 2 different groups, which means it is division. It is being divided into 2 different groups, 1, 2. And I actually forgot to look at my key. Looking at the key is very important. Okay, these are all negative, so I have to make sure that I keep my integers in line. So I have negative 10, 2 different groups, and in each group I have 4, 5 negatives. So negative 5. So I have to match my equation with an answer choice. So A, negative 10 divided by negative 2. No, I do not have negative 2 groups. Negative 10 divided by 2 gives me negative 5. Maybe. I still have to look at my other answer choices. Negative 10, yes. Divided by negative 2, yes. Positive 5, no. Because I know that a negative times a positive needs to equal a negative. And D, positive 10 divided by positive 2 equals a positive 5. No. This should be a negative 10. So my answer is a B. Again, make sure you show your work. Make sure you are proving why B is the answer choice that you chose. Okay, and last question. We have, which of the following models best represents negative 24 divided by 8? So let's look at letter A. I have a number line. Starts at 0 and ends at negative 24. I have no hops, I have no jumps, nothing. This is literally just telling me from 0 minus 24. That is it. So A cannot be my answer. Okay, let's look at B. Negative 24. Do I have negative 24? Let's count. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 3 equals 24. So yes, I do have negative 24. How many groups do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 groups. And I know that 24 divided by 8 gives me 3. And since I have a negative divided by a positive, my answer is going to be negative 3. So yes, B could be a possible answer. Again, the number line, if it's not being represented by hops, then I know it's not a multiplication nor a division problem, so it cannot be C. And let's look at letter D. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, I have negative 24. Let me go ahead and write that up here. I have negative 24 chips, but here I have 3 groups. So in reality, the expression for letter D would be negative 24 divided by 3 equals negative 8, which is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for negative 24 divided by 8. So even though D was close, my best answer would be B. Make sure that whenever you're reading, you understand that this is the total and these are your groups. Alright guys, and you are finished.